So here's the thing. Nobody tells you about building on AI APIs. Pick the wrong model at scale and you're burning 75 grand a month. Pick the right one. Same workload. 3 grand. That's a 23 times swing. And that's why we built this. A free LLM cost calculator that tracks 202 models across 9 providers. OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, Meta, XAI, the whole lineup. Prices refresh every 24 hours. Tokens count with the real OpenAI encoder, not chars divided by 4 like the others. Here's the idea. You paste any prompt, a system message, a document, a real production call. The calculator counts tokens live, then cross-multiplies against 3 models at whatever request volume you care about. Prompt to bill, 30 seconds. Then you pick an output size. Classification is 5%. RAG is 25. Chat sits at 30. A full response is 50. Long generation is 100. You don't have to guess output tokens. The presets do it for you. Behind the scenes, a cron job hits OpenRouter's public models, endpoint every 24 hours. Same data source the SSST/OpenCode project uses. If the pill ever turns red, more than 36 hours stale, you know not to trust the numbers yet. And yeah, that's not some random scraped list. SST/OpenCode runs on the same feed. Real agent, tooling in production. If it's good enough for them, it's good enough for a cost estimate. Now, I'll be honest, there are other LLM calculators out there, 3 worth talking about. tokencalculator.ai, docsbot.ai, and llm-price.com. Let's see where they fall short. Token Calculator has the prettiest UI of the bunch. Credit where it's due, but 6 models. 6. DocsBot gets you around 30. llm-price sits near 40. We track 202. But it's not just count. Look at the math. None of the others do batch mode. None do cached input properly. None use the real OpenAI tokenizer, which means their numbers can be off by 50% on a real production workload. DocsBot has this little updated April 2026 disclaimer that quietly stays put for months. That's not a refresh schedule. That's a stamp. Prices move every week now. Okay, 6 features that matter. Not the marketing bullets, the stuff that changes what you actually pay. Let's go. 1. Daily auto refresh. A convex cron hits OpenRouter, normalizes every price to per 1 million tokens, upserts the database. Freshness pill turns red past 36 hours. You always know what you're looking at. 2. 202 models, 9 providers, every flagship, every cost tier variant. Filter by provider, sort by cheapest blended cost. Drill into the full 200 row, browse view. 3. Real tokenization. We run OpenAI's O200K-base encoder right in your browser. Same library OpenAI uses to bill you, not chars over 4. The actual number. 4. The math nobody else does. Cached input slider, batch mode toggle, reasoning tokens for the O series, and thinking models. These 3 levers move real bills more than picking a different model. 5 and 6. 262 landing pages, 1 for every model. 60 head-to-head matchups, all pre-rendered at the edge. 0 lambda cost per visit. So, how do you actually use it? 5 steps. Paste, preset, select, advanced, compare. That's it. Step 1. Paste. Drop in a real system prompt, a document, whatever you actually send in production. The token counter updates as you type. Live. Steps 2 and 3. Pick an output preset, then pick up to 3 models. Defaults are GPT-5 versus Claude Sonnet 4.6 versus Gemini 3 Pro. Cheapest gets a green badge automatically. Step 4. Open Advanced. This is where the magic happens. Set requests per day. Dial in your cached hit rate. Toggle batch if your work is async. Add reasoning tokens for thinking models. Now your estimate gets real. Step 5. Read the cards. Monthly cost on top. Per request, per day below. Breakdown of every dollar across input, cached, output, reasoning. And a summary line showing the percent swing between cheapest and most expensive. Now, every single model has its own page. GPT-5 lives at /OpenAI/GPT-5. Claude Sonnet 4.6 at /anthropic/Claude Sonnet 4.6. Same template, fresh data, full cost, at scale breakdown for everyone, all pre-rendered. Static generation at build time, Next.js ISR refreshes every 10 minutes. Tripled our static page count from 64 to 326. All on the CDN edge. And 60 cross-provider comparisons. GPT-5 versus Claude Sonnet. Claude versus Gemini. Every flagship against every other flagship from a different provider. Each one opens with a verdict, a capability table, and dollars saved at volume. Okay, let's talk about the 3 levers that actually move production bills. Cached input, batch mode, reasoning tokens. Most calculators pretend these don't exist. Cached input first. Send the same 4,000 token system prompt every conversation. OpenAI charges 50% of the input price for cached tokens. Anthropic, 10%. At 50% cache hits, your bill drops 25 to 40%. Real money. Batch mode. OpenAI and Anthropic both offer async batch APIs. Flat 50% off input and output. 24-hour turnaround. If you're running analytics, content moderation, embeddings, anything not real time, batch is the single biggest lever you can pull. And reasoning tokens. The hidden ones. OpenAI's O series. Claude's thinking mode. Gemini deep research. They all charge for internal reasoning you never see. Can balloon to 5-10 times the visible output. Toggle it on and add a realistic estimate. Real example, RAG chatbot, 10,000 requests a day. GPT-5 Nano runs you $45 a month. Claude Haiku, 60. The flagship GPT-5, 2,400. 53 times more for the same chatbot. Batch analytics, 100,000 a day. DeepSeek V3 comes in at 210. Claude Haiku batch, 360. GPT-5 batch, 3,600. Same job, 17 times the bill. And the big one, agent runs, 1 million a day. Gemini 3, Flash 3,200. Sonnet 15 grand. Opus $75,000 a month. Pick the right model, not the most capable. It's free. No sign up, no API key. Every input lives in the URL, so you can share a config with your team in one click. Links below. Compare 202 LLMs in 30 seconds. Head to popularitools.ai/LLM pricing calculator. Subscribe if this saved you a spreadsheet afternoon.